Everybody, welcome to the NXT After Show here on AFTERBUZZ TV. We're going for a low and slow. That's not true. Takeovers this weekend. We're going to talk all about the matches therein. So don't you go anywhere.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AFTERBUZZ TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
We bring the swag like nobody can. That's not true. No. This is the AFTERBUZZ NXT After Show.
Hobo, during that intro, Hobo was gonna do a spit take, and then he realized he couldn't spit on the mic.
I have that much control. I swallowed it.
You had a fingered glove's worth of control. It's a good look. Anyway, welcome to the NXT After Show here. I'll go this one. On AFTERBUZZ TV, let's get through intros. I'm Mark Donica, 5 minutes from Mark Donica. That's the Hobo.
Hi.
Thank you. Bill.
What's up?
Nicole.
Hi, how are you?
How are you doing?
Unfingered gloves are called mittens, Mark.
Unfingered?
You said fingered gloves.
Yeah,
Well, no, that's a monofinger.
Fingerless gloves.
Yeah. That's
Okay,
a, that's
I
a,
see.
That's
that's a monofinger, because it's got one large finger hole. It's a
It's a
monofinger.
monofinger glove.
Those are flipper gloves.
You have to get to third base before you can wear fingered gloves. Anyway, we're talking about this week's episode of NXT.
Speaking of, hey, let's do this for a transition. Speaking of fingering, let's talk about Riddick and Moss.
No,
Fingering third
Sabatelli and Moss.
I already do that.
You-
I do that all the time.
you did it
Sabatelli
again.
and Moss.
Second
Oh
base
my
is
God,
above
yes,
the
okay.
belt, and
I
third
think
base
I
is
wrote that
below
right
the
down.
belt.
Third base.
So
Yeah,
that
I-
includes
I want Riddick and Moss.
Third
in my
base
notes
is
here.
hands and
it's
mouth?
hand stuff.
Well, it's below.
I think hand stuff is a stand-up triple.
Okay.
And oral is an inside the Parker.
All right.
And if they're a little bit larger, it's an inside the porker.
Dude, this is the best start we've ever had to an episode.
It's been 2 minutes.
so happy to be back.
I would never peg you for that joke, Mark.
Hopefully you will peg him.
Hopefully you never do. Let's talk about the first match of the night. It's been
The joke
developing.
is that pegging is also a sexual term.
That's back-to-back home runs. Well, we've been canceled.
Oh my god!
That was
Oh man!
cramp.
Oh shit! Oh goodness! I just did it. Oh no! That's our one. I'm sorry, I wasted it in the first 3 minutes.
And I'm laugh sweating.
No, laugh sweating, a common problem we all have.
Let's talk about the Street Profits versus Sabatelli and Moss. We've been seeing it over the past couple of weeks. Sabatelli and Moss still NXT's happiest couple. Have you caught any? Have either of you caught any of the promos from the past couple of weeks between these two teams?
No, I'm really behind.
So the weirdest thing. 2 weeks ago, it was the Street Profits coming across Sabatelli's Maserati. And we know it because from Breaking Ground, he drove a Maz, topped it, whatever. It was his car. It wasn't a prop. It wasn't anything. To which Moss came out and said, "Hey, you can't afford our car."
Oh, that's cute.
That's the thing. It's really cute.
Yeah.
And then he did the same thing the next week, but it was with a suit. It was really they stopped
suit?
a delivery of a custom.
Come on, Michael.
Of a tailored suit, but it was
Sabatelli
still,
wears the jacket, I wear the pants.
Yeah.
Normal stuff.
makes sense. That's normal couple material.
See, what they don't tell you is the suit is one of those horse costumes where one guy has to be the
Yeah.
butt.
Well, that's why.
That's why it was custom made.
Yeah, that's why Riddick Moss looks like a horse. That long ponytail.
Yeah.
We were talking about it during the match. Sabatelli's the Italian, Moss is the stallion.
Yeah,
Yes.
great, perfect.
The Italian
So,
and the stallion.
well, so what you're saying is that Killian Dane and Alexander Wolf have competitors now for the best two-man couple in NXT.
I think what's great is they appeal to totally different audiences. If you like,
Yes, they
muscles and
do.
oil, then you go one way. If you like just a couple of bears
Bear and an otter.
going at
Yeah,
it.
an otter. That's a good call.
Really, an otter? You
He
think?
ain't a bear.
He's too big
He
to be.
ain't a bear.
I
got
figure an
no
otter's a
body
little
hair.
smaller. He's a big otter.
You need like an in-between term.
Sloth.
There's a lot of...
Sloth, yeah.
Sure.
I
I
don't
don't think
know.
he's that slow though.
No.
No.
He's too happy to be a sloth.
What's a big animal that's not
Like an
known
anteater?
for being hairy?
That's
Badger?
not known for being hairy.
Yeah. Like a.
Rhino. Oh, no, that's already a guy.
Yeah, we have right now.
That's a man.
That is a
Man
a
beast.
That's a man beast.
But that's just a weird way to
You
present.
think about it.
Right now I'm thinking like
Getting there.
taper.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Taper.
yeah.
Tapir's good.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's very good.
Yeah, he has a forum in Los Angeles. Mark's
So
the
that,
tapir.
does that make Eric Young like a capybara?
I hate you so much. Local humor. Mark Tapier Forum.
I love that joke so much.
It's so stupid.
Every time I say it,
You
people
know-
look at me like I lost my mind.
Oh, because you haven't. Nice gloves.
Thank you.
This is a really fun match, and I think the Street Profits, they're now 5-0. This is the first real test of the NXT Tag Team division, and Montez Ford, as always, is just a treat to watch in the ring.
It's the best. And they kind of made short work of Moss and Sabatelli.
A lot shorter of a match than I was expecting.
Yeah,
After a 2-week build.
hoping for something more. I don't know. It just felt like kind of lackluster. I don't know. It was weird.
Did you guys happen to catch Angelo Dawkins' version of Montez Ford's Frog Splash in this match?
No.
No, but I saw the corner splash. They both did the 360.
Right, so
clothesline.
Montez Ford normally finishes off the matches with a gorgeous, huge height frog splash. So they did a thing where when Dawkins tagged in, where Montez laid out the guy, and then Dawkins hit the ropes and came back and did a standing frog splash, but it was really just him going like this and then falling on
It was the D'Lo version.
except without leaping.
And he just fell.
Yeah,
He
just like
Fell.
suck it.
just a quick one. But this is a fun match. I hope we see the Street Profits at next week's NXT. They get a spot at Houston, I hope.
The way they were being referred to on commentary as leading men now, like I have to imagine
Yeah,
these
that was
guys
weird.
are gonna head right for the championship. Like that's the only place they have to go.
I mean, they're the three other teams. Well, aside from Heavy Machinery, I think that's if they can beat Heavy Machinery, I think then it's like okay, then maybe we
Yeah.
can send them against Sandy.
But they're leading men now. There are a couple of Russell Crowes in there.
Yeah. They were character actors, but now they're leading men.
leading men.
They
That
were
was so weird
Denzel's
call.
friend, but now they're Denzel.
yeah.
They're both Denzel. That's what the suit was.
Couple of Denzels.
It was a Denzel costume.
They went from Chris Pratt in Parks and Rec to Chris Pratt in Guardians of the Galaxy.
Can we get more Morrow from
Yeah,
from you,
please.
please?
That's
a good
the
Morrow.
best. That's the
That's a
only
good
voice
Morrow.
that I do.
It's good.
Well, it's solid.
Yeah.
I
Thank
can't
you.
believe you were holding out on us this whole time.
She's perfecting it. She's
Yeah.
at home just.
Mamma mia, damn it. Mamma mia, damn it.
Mamma mia. No, that's not it.
Here I go
Here we go again.
We both went for it.
I had an ABBA song in my head all day up until a couple hours ago, and it wasn't Mamma Mia.
What was it?
Give me,
If you
give me
change
a
your
minute.
mind,
Oh yeah.
I'm the next in line.
So we got some suggestions
Change
for
We got NXT.
Yeah, what's up?
we've got other than bear. What's an animal that's that you wouldn't expect to be hairy? Jose Kinde, clutch, bear.
Have you ever seen a picture of a hairless
Be-
bear?
They are frightening.
terrifying.
Oh yeah.
B-A-R-E.
B-A-R-E.
Bear.
A bear.
Yeah.
Bear.
Bears.
Aaron, solid.
Yeah.
Aaron B, hippo.
Huh?
P.W. Gregory, manatee.
He's definitely not a
Manatee.
hippo. He's definitely not a hippo.
No.
Come on,
No,
guys.
no. But
He's slender.
Crocagator.
Crocagator.
Yeah.
Can they interbreed?
Alladile. Crocagator.
You would
Alladile.
think they could, right?
Yeah, but I don't think they have the same habitat.
Is this like a
Yeah.
Liger
No, they
situation?
Maybe.
Maybe.
That has been the most comments that we've received so far. So thank you, everybody.
What about now? Not necessarily in stature, but in body type. Penguin?
I mean, I wouldn't expect them to be
Only-
hairy.
Not like
Galapagos penguin?
Burgess Meredith or Danny DeVito style.
Only if they're wearing a tuxedo.
Like a Robin Williams and Happy Feet penguin?
Sure.
Yay! That's all I get. Then we get a look at I look at Aleister Black versus Velveteen Dream coming up.
Great vignette.
Vignetti. I'm so excited. This match is just going to tear the roof off the mother.
Maybe my two favorite guys in NXT right now.
Yeah.
I think so.
Easily.
And we're going to talk a lot more predictions.
Wow.
We're going to talk a lot more.
I'm on your side.
We're going to talk a lot more about Takeover once we finish talking about the show. So don't you go changing. Lars Sullivan versus Raul Mendoza. Big takeaway from this is his finisher called the Freak
Don't hurt
Accident.
yourself rolling your eyes.
Just
there,
savage. Just like, what did Raul do to earn this?
Hey, Raul's relatively new. He's looking for a way to make a statement.
Gotta pay your dues.
Yeah.
Listen, I wrestled a legit 7-foot-tall guy once. Did nothing to deserve that. I don't think it's very fair that you get Raul Mendoza to try and fight a guy like Lars.
I mean, that was Othello, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
So
a
you're saying
lanky...
you're saying that backstage they should have like a "you must be this beefy" to take on Lars?
I like that, yeah.
Okay.
You gotta have a
You
minimum.
must have this much girth.
Like, I believe in weight classes to some degree. This was just savage.
I would really like it if our boy Otto from Heavy Machinery took on Lars.
Yes.
Because that would just be entertaining and just hosses.
Yeah.
Oof.
That would be sort of
Probably the one guy that he can't pick up. He's
Yeah.
so dense.
So
Yeah,
dense.
it's true.
And he's got those
Like a
little, he's got
neutron
those little
star.
it'd be
arms.
sort of a height versus width match.
I mean,
Right.
by a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, Lars is a big-ish guy, but man.
How tall is he? In my head, he's
He's a little, maybe an inch taller than me.
Yeah,
I
something
don't
like
know.
that. About that.
'Cause he was a little bit lower than Cassius.
Right.
So that'd be an inch taller than me.
He's about 6'3",
Oh, interesting.
2,
Okay.
3.
Oh, in my head, I thought he was much taller.
He looks enormous. Well, because when
Well,
he's
they
taking on
keep
guys like
putting him
Raul
next to
Mendoza.
little guys.
Sure.
Oni's pretty
Actual-
small too.
Actual Smurf Raul Mendoza. Lars' finisher is him
Shoot,
entering
Smurf.
the ring. That's good.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think Freak Accident is a super solid name for that.
So he finishes off Raul in short order
he
as he does,
Yeah, he
and then bounding to the ring to protect Raul from a real stern talking to.
As
Because
fast
he
as
wasn't brutalizing him, he was just picking him up and talking to him. And I was in the
Yeah.
back like, I've had enough of that. no one talks to that little boy.
Talking leads to shouting, and I will not have that in my NXT. So I will.
This
Jog.
This goes back to my point that Cassius Ohno's character is a real shit stirrer. Like, Ohno was just venting his frustrations in a normal way, like maybe kicked a table, and then Ohno had to be the guy in the locker room going, "Whoa, buddy! Whoa, hey!"
Excuse me, mister. Just like that.
There are men present here.
There are men present. That reminded me of something I want to talk about. Anyway.
A man present?
No. Yes, a man present.
It's a basket full of Axe body spray.
It's a jock strap.
Did anybody... famous French wrestler Jacques Strap. he was the third Rougeau, wasn't he?
He was,
It's
yeah.
a juck strap.
I just scream laughed directly into the microphone, Pete Holmes
love it, we
style.
love it.
That's perfect.
Excellent.
That's good.
Perfect.
Let's get more. We've got plenty of time.
We've got so much time. We're almost done talking about the show. too.
Yeah.
Yeah, seriously, we're like halfway through. But what did you think about Cassius making the save and Lars laughing in his face like a big old creepo man?
I thought it was weird, and I liked watching it because it was weird. I don't know that it's like what Bill said, where it was like, oh, he was just sort of talking to him. Like, this seems to have spiraled out of control.
Threw his hat down in the
Yeah.
Maybe that's why he was mad. Or
In the ring,
laughing
we
at
fight with
him,
our
like,
fists, not with our words.
But it was so bizarre because Cassius was in like half street clothes.
Yeah.
He was wearing cut-off jeans with his boots and knee pads and like a
This is how he walks around,
like a Margaritaville, an orange Margaritaville t-shirt.
He likes to be comfortable.
Yeah.
That was one of
Knee
it. Did you
pads.
catch that? It was one of his shirts.
One of the
his
other
mini
ones?
shirts one of his mini shirts that he has where it was like the Kanye takeoff shirt. It said "I feel like elbow."
Oh, okay. No, I didn't notice that. Legitimately thought it was a
I
Monday
didn't
Night
even
shirt.
know.
Everything that Cassius Ohno wears is like a custom-made knockoff of either a sporting team or a hip-hop reference.
Perfect. Beautiful boy.
Hobo loves it.
Love it. Love it.
We find out in the next segment that our match between Pete Dunne and Johnny Gargano for the United Kingdom Championship is going to be next week. Excuse me, on the NXT version. Stop it, Bill. The show proper, not on Takeover, but it's going to be taped at Houston, and we're going to be seeing it. Does anybody think that this was like a course correct? Or
I
don't
think the
think so.
information that came out initially was incorrect, and this is them going, "Hey, everybody, that was a friggin' lie," and so it's gonna be on the TV because y'all are. Why would they have a match like that and not have a video of it? That's wow.
I think what will be an exclusive for the people in the building will be the pose down between Gargano and Shawn Michaels.
it'll be a pre-match
Interesting.
thing.
Okay, sure. Yeah.
That was an official challenge issued by Shawn
Ab
Michaels.
off.
And
Yeah.
Ab off.
Got it.
If you change your mind. Oh, that's Abba.
Yes, sorry.
That was a sublime callback.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was.
No, it was an ABBA callback, so it's a completely
Yeah.
different band.
Band.
Oh, I
Jesus,
don't-
Bill.
Hey, I don't practice Santeria. Okay?
I hope not. Hey, so what I initially thought was just going to be a look at Undisputed Era turned into just the whole saga of them showing up at the last takeover all the way up to War Games. We'll talk about War Games a little bit later. Then we got Mercedes Martinez versus Ember Moon. This was awesome.
I think this was the match of the night for me.
Oh, easily.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, this was a match tonight.
Yeah, it was the match.
It's a match that got the most time, and
Attention and
there was
love.
there's a little bit of tension between these two.
A soupçon of tension.
A soupçon of tension. Mercedes Martinez sass talking Ember Moon a couple weeks ago after the Battle Royal, and Ember Moon just like, we'll settle this in the ring.
I get
And they
ready
did.
for Mercedes Martinez to just punch her right in the face.
She did everything but just that.
Right?
Yeah.
a lot of big pops and punches to the face.
I mean, she didn't hold anything back. I don't think Mercedes Martinez would hold anything back. This was a heck of a test for Ember Moon, especially right before her match at Takeover being so important. I mean, we all know this is taped in advance, but look at the story of it. It's if Mercedes Martinez got a victory or injured Ember Moon, it would totally change the course of that match completely. So I wouldn't say it was the smartest move from Ember Moon deciding to take on somebody the likes of Mercedes Martinez right before one of the biggest and most important matches of her career thus far. I mean, Mercedes Martinez is incredible in the ring. Maybe not so good on the mic, but in the ring, she commands the space. And she owned every second of that match in the ring. Granted, Ember Moon got the victory, hit the total eclipse, and the snap on that was sensational. But Mercedes Martinez showed that she belongs 100% in that ring, in NXT, and with this caliber of talent.
Yeah. This is one of the matches, like the level of athleticism among the women, like if you compare this match to even matches from a few years ago, is like, it's been good for a long time, but it's even gotten so much better within the past few years.
And having somebody with as storied of a career as Mercedes Martinez in NXT is going to do wonders, almost to the point where people wish that Saramato could wrestle. I think this is like a next best thing. And 100% agree that the quality of women's matches and this match, especially being a go home show to help promote Ember Moon, but Mercedes Martinez still showed that maybe she should be added into the quote #1 contendership match next week between Ruby and Sonya. But either way, she was 100% one of the standouts in the Mae Young Classic, and just more. What did you think, Mel? Did you like it? Was it good?
I loved it.
Molto bene. Very good. I don't know.
Spaghetti.
Spag. At the end. At the end of the match, Nikki Cross comes out ringside. Peyton Royce lands on the ramp instead of just going into the ring. And Kairi Sane ends up on the stage, and these are the four. And this very much anticipated match that we're going to talk about in just a little bit. Next week, we get confirmation from last week. We're going to be getting Ruby Riott versus Sonya Deville. Super stoked for that
Next week we get confirmation from last week.
Yeah, last week Sonya issued a challenge.
Right.
And then this week they're like, don't remember. Yeah.
Stay on target.
Okay. I don't know what that was. Then we got the Drew McIntyre and Almas face-off. Drew's... with how much time was left, I thought there was going to be a match after this, and then Drew got on the mic. Talking down Almas about the type of man he is. And
and he's like... Drew's like... ultimate talking point was like, I don't have to take you seriously because you can sort with a lady.
Yeah, like the Greeks and Romans.
What kind of man walks around with a woman?
Yeah.
I've heard you got cooties. What?
They had to translate from thick Scottish accent to regular English accent to Spanish what cooties were.
Yeah.
That's what took him so long to come out. that was weird. Did anybody else think that he was gonna like attack from behind or?
Yeah, because when Zelina came out first, I was like, eyes on your 6 there, Drew.
Yeah, for real.
So, anyone got a 20 on Almas?
But then
We have lost a visual of Almas.
It ended up being Zelina.
Yeah.
And Drew just catches her and puts her down like, stop it.
What the hell are you doing?
No one
You out of
jumps
your
at
mind.
me.
It's not even a lady. It sucks. To be Metro, he's a real nice guy.
Basically confirms what I said last week. Zelina can't actually, get too terribly physically involved.
Yeah.
Well, she can. It's just whether or not Drew decides to hit her back.
Well,
Gonna beat the crap out of you.
If she tries that dive stuff again, he's just gonna throw her at him.
Just move.
Yeah, you should just do the Samoa Joe move out of the way.
Yeah.
It's like, huh.
Oh.
Well, that's settled. Hits him with
Almas.
a really big DDT to end the show. Leaves him laid out.
A big man requires a big DDT.
Yeah, it does. You know what they say about big DDTs? I don't, because I don't.
Oh.
The D's stand for dick.
Okay.
Dick T. And the T stands for testicles. And she's got yours in her bloody purse. And tell all your friends that you know what DDT stands for, and it's Dick Testicles.
Yep.
We are never allowed to be in the same studio ever again. All 4 of us. This is too much.
This is my favorite thing.
Now that I think about it, the only people I've seen Drew McIntyre that I associate Drew McIntyre with are Jinder Mahal and Heath Slater.
It's true.
So, who's the D, who's the D, and who's the T?
Oh, we all know the answer to that.
Who's called the T?
Well, we know someone knows something about T. Wait for it. It'll sink in.
Let's talk about some AfterBuzz TV predictions. Those ones.
And now,
We don't get the theremin
your
too often.
AfterBuzz TV prediction.
Oh, guys have been canceled again. Anyway, so we're not going to talk about people.
Now, as I want everyone to keep in mind, as we do these predictions, once again, I don't practice Santeria. I ain't got no crystal ball.
That's not even a callback because it wasn't organic. You're just
I wasn't trying to call back.
all right.
Call what back? He's being very clear about what he has and doesn't have, and what he practices,
Right.
and what he doesn't practice.
He's running for city council. He wants to make it known. Practice Santeria.
I did not practice Santeria.
That's a little dated. Little dated.
I don't know.
I'll practice the best Santeria.
There you go.
There you go. There you go.
Tremendous Santeria.
It's your big, amazing.
I know this guy
Santeria,
Sancho. I'm gonna bust a cap on him. Boom.
Beep 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 boom boom boom.
Well, I had $1 million. I had $1 billion, and I spent it all.
All right, now we're getting lyrics or
Just
the
gonna
life
recite-
of 45.
This reminds you of a date that you had.
Yes, it does.
All right,
Yes, it does.
let's
I
move
recently
on.
went on a Bumble date where a man sang along with the entire
The entire.
like 4-minute song.
And you kept trying to butt in, and he was like,
Yeah, I gotta sing this.
I'm
was
almost
bad.
to the part about the hyena.
It's like sail away. You gotta sing the whole thing.
You know, Santeria's got to be the longest song ever recorded, right?
Yes.
It's that one.
Anywho,
like it.
predictions for War Games.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
right.
let's talk
War
about
games.
it. So the set founder Wikipedia has the title match in the middle of the show. I hate you so much. I know you're doing something.
Who has the title match in the
Wikipedia? They list the matches in a particular
That makes
order,
sense.
but the title match right in the
Is it
middle.
alphabetically?
No, because it started with the UK title match.
It's probably in order of most predictable.
Let's start with the most fun match on the card: Cassius Ohno versus Lars Sullivan. How do we think this one's gonna go? More like whee. Anyway,
I think it's going to go... I mean, obviously, this is going to be Lars Sullivan's most competitive match to date, you would assume. He's going up against one of the beefiest boys in the whole locker room and one of the hardest hitting boys.
it's got all that beef behind it.
Yeah, it's got extra beef. It's a double-double.
Hey, Cassius Ohno with extra beef, please. Thank you.
We don't have that much beef, sir.
Ooh, and
but
extra salt.
But I think it's going to be a good match, and I think that Lars Sullivan... I honestly think that Lars Sullivan's going to win this one. Because what do they have to gain by having Cassius Ohno win this match, really?
Yeah, he's not
And it's
plotted a course towards anything. If he gets this victory, what does it mean?
And they did
Not
something
much.
really wonderful with Lars Sullivan in that he's had a bunch of losses. He wasn't involved in the finishes of any of those losses, but he's not like undefeated streak new guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, they usually pull something like he's undefeated in singles competition or something like that.
They could bite my butt.
But but with Cassius, he came to Regal for this challenge, and he's like, "Hey, if I beat Lars Sullivan, maybe I should be in the title conversation."
But even he's not so sure about
Yeah.
it.
That's why he's
Like,
saying
"No, hey, maybe I should. What do you think if I just
you
do
wanna
that? All right.
Lars
yeah,
Sullivan.
okay.
Well, we do have a fifth spot on the card available, so...
Ooh, delightful. What do you think, Nicole?
I think Lars, probably. For all the reasons you said. But I also, like... I don't know. Lars is still bigger, right?
Yeah, I mean,
Not by a hair, but he's still bigger.
He's wider and more muscular.
He's
like
more
shoulder width.
powerful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got a
Take a look.
barrelier chest.
Yeah.
I mean, let me
Because
take a look.
we got to see Lars up close and personal in person at NXT in LA.
Ooh.
And yeah.
Did he just stand there and you
And
guys looked at him?
he's much more slender than you would think because he has
Really?
this crazy chest and
Yeah.
shoulders,
Got
and
it.
it tapers in real hard.
Yeah,
It's a very abrupt taper.
He's aesthetic as fuck.
Yeah.
So, all right, and
That's
our,
the F word.
That's our okay.
Oh, I forgot I'm not allowed to say that.
Yeah,
That's okay.
that's okay.
Explicit us, please. So Lars is billed at 303.
Say AF next time.
There you go.
6 foot 3 inches and 303 pounds, whereas Cassius Ohno is 6'4" and
235.
270.
Oh, hey.
I mean that's
I
Wait,
guess
is that
I
on
can buy
Wikipedia?
that is
270?
on Wikipedia.
He was after he came back. I think he was still billed at 250 for a while.
Beefopedia. On fandom.com it says he's 224.
Yes.
That's
At one point, he was 224.
No,
at
yeah, that's
one point.
Yeah,
Right before he was let go, he was juicing.
before you
He
were an
was
adult, you
on
were
a
a child.
juice diet, is what I'm saying. He was juicing.
Yeah.
Stop it.
Oh, clearly, no, he.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, yeah,
Lars
Yeah.
will misread Ono's name, think it's Oreo, and eat him.
could be,
Could be.
could be.
He's a fan of the chocolate.
He's gonna twist him apart. Get to that cream inside.
Ew.
He's more like a Cadbury
simplicity.
cream egg.
Yeah, yeah, sure. In shape and in
Full of goo.
consistency.
One time in 4th grade, we had to dissect crawdads, and I got one that as soon as I like poked it, it just like blew up goo.
Can you pull up the Vikings board and give us like a sword?
Best drop that's ever.
Oh, there it is. Give us a different one. Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Dude, the Vikings.
Man,
Yeah,
that was great.
The Vikings board is awesome. Hit us with one more. you need to put that on the NXT board, please.
Would we totally nail something?
No, when we talk about Sabatelli and
When we
Moss.
missed the mark?
Boing.
Man, you know what's not gonna miss the mark? Aleister Black and the Velveteen Dream.
Oh.
Oh, so good.
Or baby. Thank you, Steve.
Just gonna run through all of them.
Velveteen Dream.
No, it's gonna be so good. I'm so excited for it.
This is the most NXT match, and if I think of like old school NXT of like the Seth Rollins and the Jinder Mahals, where you're like, what business do these two people have fighting each other? This is one of those matches, but they're also almost as big of characters as anybody in NXT right now, and they're fighting against each other.
Absolutely, it's so good.
Coming to a head, and I think it's gonna be legitimately really sexy, and I don't know if I honestly don't know if I think there's gonna be a lot of confused viewers in Houston.
Oh, yeah.
Mark, why are you watching Takeover with your pants on?
No reason, get out! I have to watch
Are you
this pay-per-view
so
alone.
sweaty?
He's watching Cops.
I mean, it's pretty close to Velveteen Dream's music, which I have on my phone. Don't ask. But does it, well, I mean,
Which I have on my phone in a private browser.
It's actually a soundtrack to a video. That's anyway.
Honestly, none of us would have thought twice about it if you didn't say "don't ask."
That's the fun part.
Oh, you have a song on your phone? Okay.
That makes sense. But does anybody have any other thoughts other than this is going to be awesome?
I feel like this is one of the two hardest matches on the card to predict.
I think so.
Because I feel like ultimately it's going to end up being a Dream earns Aleister Black's respect match, where Dream takes Aleister close to the limit, but Aleister wins. But I wouldn't be super surprised if Dream's the first person to cost Aleister Black a match. And
Maybe.
NXT.
I think in my head it's gonna be the first thing that you said.
In your heart.
And in my heart, it's also gonna be the first thing that you said. Where I think what's gonna happen is Aleister Black's gonna win by a nose, and then as Velveteen Dream is walking away, then I think Aleister Black's gonna be like, "Hey kid,"
throw his jersey
and
at
throw
him.
his jersey out, and then say his name.
And,
Yeah, I
and
think so.
Dream's
I think
going to
so.
be like the little kid at the beginning of Bret Hart's. And
He's going to say, like, good job. He's going to be like, well done, Velveteen Dream.
Oh, he said his name.
And then Velveteen Dream's going
Thanks,
to be
Mean
like,
Joe.
he's going to get choked up and he's going to cry and he's going to drop to one knee.
I promised myself I wouldn't cry.
And then he's gonna, like Rumpelstiltskin, he's gonna disappear.
No! And, like Phantom Zone away. Yeah, that'd be sweet. What do we think about Drew McIntyre versus Andrade Almas?
I think it's probably going to be a pretty decent match.
Yeah.
That Andrade Almas is not going to win.
Yeah, it's gonna be
Yeah.
Drew McIntyre for sure.
Yeah.
But, you know, Almas has been so good as of late. Like, since the last TakeOver, Almas has been incredible. One of the best performers on the card. And going up against Drew McIntyre, there's no reason to believe they won't turn in a really great match.
100%. Yeah, the match is going to be good. I don't know. It's hard for me to see Almas as a champion. I mean, granted, he's been on a hot streak, but a hot streak is not necessarily something you can maintain over a long period of time. And being a champion means that you've got to be able to turn in solid results every single match. I don't think he is at that place yet where he can do that, and do that with, real regularity. But McIntyre, I think, he's able to do it every single time. Granted, if there's some sort of fluke or flaw, then yeah, Almas can actually take the victory, but I don't think he can hold on to the belt past that, so whoever's coming up next is going to take it right off of him.
I feel, I mean, I've said this before, but I feel like this is probably going to be one of Almas's last things in NXT. Royal Rumble is coming up pretty soon. It's possible that they may even do.
He could
some
be number
call-ups.
100.
Yes.
He would.
The
Like Dillinger
biggest
was number
rumble
10.
in history.
Yeah.
God, that
That's
was...
they're gonna bring back World War III from WCW, 3 rings, 90 wrestlers. But it was so bad.
so bad.
But
We're gonna stack them. They're gonna
They-
be bunk bed rings.
they might even do some call-ups after Survivor Series, since we're just coming off of the Raw versus SmackDown thing. They might
Yeah.
get
Couple
some
signings.
reinforcements. But I feel like he'll be up on the main roster at some point because he doesn't have anything left to do in NXT.
I think it's entirely possible that he could win by disqualification.
Sure.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And then we'll do it again in January.
Yeah, but either way, I think this is a much different conversation than what we were having, let's say, during a Bobby Roode Hideo Itami,
Yeah.
where we were like, Hideo needs this win, whereas Almas, he's had such a strong past couple of months that I don't think he needs this win. Just being on the stage is enough to go, oh, he deserves to be here.
Yeah.
And it's, I'm looking forward to this
Yeah,
one.
no, he gets credit for being here, and I think that's more than anything, he needs to look like a contender for the title, and I think he's achieved that, and good. Congratulations. You're not going to win, but you look like a credible threat. Good job.
Gold star. You tried.
Unfortunately. Ember Moon versus Kairi Sane versus Nikki Cross versus Peyton Royce with Billie Kay for the vacated NXT Women's Championship. Nicole, this is a difficult one to call, but it's gonna be a fun.
Ember Moon,
You think this is the time?
maybe.
Yeah.
She's been real good recently. It's tough. You could list almost any of those women, almost, and I would be like, yeah. I don't know. What do you guys think? I think Ember Moon. I could see it being Peyton, but my gut says Ember.
It's very tough to call, so I will just predict what I would do, which is have Peyton Royce win it.
Yeah.
Because you've got one heel in there with 3 very strong baby faces. Nikki Cross and Sanity are involved in a different thing altogether.
Yeah, that's why I don't think it's gonna be Nikki.
Ember Moon's been chasing forever, so it kind of wouldn't be a good summation of Ember Moon's story to have her win it here. And I think the 2 real choices are Kairi Sane or Peyton Royce. I think Kairi Sane would be a really good story because she won the Mae Young Classic, but I think
I
that
didn't think about that.
I think that Billie Kay will get involved in the finish. A couple of them will take each other out, and then Billie Kay will insert herself because she's the X Factor. Peyton's the only person that has someone in their corner for this match. 'Cause
Do you think it's
assume
possible that
Sanity's-
she could mess something up for Peyton? I feel like
Yeah,
she might try
totally.
to.
One or the other.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, they
she
both-
might try to stick her
It's
nose
also
They both
in it.
blew it.
DQ.
They both blew it really hard when they were in a fatal 4-way together because they could have just
Yeah.
laid down for each other.
Yeah.
But I think that Peyton Royce is the smart call because you have Peyton Royce win it, have a real heel hold that belt for a while, and have everyone else chase it.
And they've been in NXT the longest out of all 4.
And they've been
Yeah.
so good as of late.
Yeah.
I think you talked me into it, especially because it's not like Ember Moon has like it's going to happen at some point, but I think it'll be more satisfying for her
Sure.
to take it from Peyton than it would be to have her win it now. It feels a little anticlimactic.
I would like to see Nikki have it, only because she would be hands down the most dangerous women's champion
Well,
currently. I mean, no, I'm talking about danger. Like she may kill you, kind of danger. I mean, she tried to kill Asuka. We saw that. That was really fun.
Live on television. for
Yeah,
$10.
it was great. But I and then having Sanity back her up, I think it would make her incredibly dangerous and really hard to beat.
Yeah.
Because not only is she dangerous alone, but with 3 massive guys behind her, there's no reason she couldn't hold it forever. But I think the Aussies arguably need it now. And if Ember won it, it would just be kind of sad. Because it'd be like, hey,
this is how you win the title?
right, if Asuka was here, we wouldn't even be having this conversation because you couldn't beat her. So she's gone. Now you get the belt. Yeah, you're still kind of lame. So, yeah.
I don't think it's time for Kairi yet. I think she's a good chaser as well.
Yeah.
I think now is the time for Peyton.
Yeah.
It's gonna be fun. You know what's gonna be fun? War. That's not true. War Games. It has games in it.
If it has games, it's fun.
Implies
Yeah.
fun. We got the Authors of Pain. And also Roderick Strong. versus
Authors of Pain featuring Roderick Strong.
The
He's
featuring
got-
Pitbull of NXT.
Yeah. Yeah.
Roderick Strong has such a hot verse on that Authors of Pain track. He bodied them on their own track.
versus Sanity, comprised of Alexander Wolf, Eric Young, and Killian Dane, versus the Undisputed Era, which is Adam Cole, Bobby Fish, and
O'Reilly.
So we
One of
got
my arms.
So we talked about the rules last week. I'll speed mode them this week. It's gonna start with 3 people.
Yeah,
But
imagine
he
how
stopped.
tough it is for Kyle O'Reilly to like drink and eat. He's always constantly stabbing himself in the head.
So you got a drinking problem.
Yes.
So
For
did,
all our younger viewers, that is a reference to the movie Airplane.
And I was about to make a Dirty Rotten Scoundrels reference, so we got all our bases covered.
Yeah. If you don't
Beautiful.
know the movie Airplane, stop listening to this and go watch that movie.
yeah, it's a lot funnier.
And then
God's
resume listening to us.
Yes.
Pause.
Back up 30 seconds so that you can laugh at the joke.
Did either of y'all hear the updated rules for the War Games match?
No.
Did you?
You mean the rules for the War Games?
Well,
match?
it's not. It used to be.
They're all
changed
going to be
it a
in
little.
shark cages at the start.
Yeah, not. So it's going to start as
Yeah.
a triple threat match, one member of each team.
Yeah, and then the
then
other
after,
members are going to be in the shark cages.
After 5 minutes,
one comes out.
2. So it's gonna go from 1-on-1-on-1
faster.
to 3-on-1-on-1
Jesus.
to 3-on-3
Determined by
on one.
Jesus.
Three-sided
Then-
coin flip?
Yeah.
Or?
Yeah. Yeah.
After 5 minutes, it's the 3-on-1-on-1. After 3 minutes, it's 3-on-3-on-1, and then after the last 3 minutes, it's 3-on-3-on-3. Then decisions can happen.
Poor Alexander Wolf.
Well, no, I think it's gonna be Roderick Strong.
It's definitely
Yeah.
It's gotta be Roderick Strong at the end. So, and
Look.
of course we got shark cages again.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
And then only after everyone's in the ring can the match be won by submission or pinfall.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And we don't know if there's going to be a roof on the cage or not. They haven't said
Okay.
anything. But, yeah.
But apparently in the original War Games matches, you couldn't win by pinfall. You had to surrender.
You had
Your
to-
team had to surrender.
Oh, that's good.
Oh. Okay.
Which I feel like that doesn't work anymore in this age of kayfabe.
Yeah.
Thank you. I surrender.
Yeah. I feel like pinfall is a good suspension of disbelief for this day and age.
Well, especially after, 11 minutes of one person getting the
Right.
crap beat out of them.
Right.
Especially if it's the Authors of Pain. They're not running down that ring. They're going to try. But just whatever. Just
I'll get there when I get there.
Yeah.
Keep your pants on, Roderick.
What do you think's going to happen? Who do you think's going to take it?
Undisputed era. Undisputed era?
Undisputed era.
Whatever.
Yeah.
It works.
Because Roderick Strong is going to join them so hard.
That's what everybody says. I don't know.
It's clearly what's going to happen.
I don't know.
What do you mean?
I think we're going to get a Kurt Hennig, Ric Flair situation where, like,
Rap is crap?
no,
Oh,
where Roderick slams the cage door on somebody's head or something. Like,
I mean, you're going to get some weapons, I figure. Not a lot.
Maybe.
A bunch of kendo sticks.
and he's got a knife.
It's Alexander Wolf just pulls out a pocket knife. Or no,
A butterfly knife.
like one of the other Pains pulls out a knife, and Wolf has like the hilt, the handle, and it's a comb. and then it shoots out and stabs through like that.
Cool.
Yeah.
Like
Good lord.
like the Joker,
Foley.
like the Joker's gas gun, where it's got bang and then it fires the dart.
Yeah.
Because Alexander Wolf is that bloody crazy. It's gonna be a good show.
But that's my predictions that Roderick is going to join an Undisputed Era, and that'll be that.
What do you think?
I truly don't know. I haven't been keeping up enough in the past couple of weeks to have a
What
strong
a neat
opinion,
trick
but
that faction has that literally every time I say the Undisputed Era, I question myself midway through. Like, is this really what's happening?
Is that what it is? All right. Okay. What do you think?
Fish, and
it's-
O'Reilly.
It's got to be Undisputed Era, or else why do they even exist?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Then everyone's going to start disputing them if they lose.
Right.
Yeah, and the Disputed Era is a stupid name.
It is.
So
The quite disputed era.
I don't know. I have something to say about that.
I think Roger
Me being
joining
Lindsay
them
Rollins.
it's just too easy for Roger to join them. I don't like.
Well, what else is that nerd
And
gonna
I
do?
know,
Join sanity.
and I know it's gonna be something dumb he's gonna do or say, and a face he's gonna make, like, no, see, I got you. He's never had us.
He's gonna rip
you
off his
never
skin.
had us. That would be the only surprise I would accept.
That would
He
rule.
tears off his ugly skin.
You guys heard about that mist that turns people inside out?
What? One. What a specific callback, Bill. That was fantastic.
This is my favorite episode.
Is it?
It's up there. It's up there.
Complete mayhem.
This was the war games of our podcast.
We bring on the busted and go, you're cancelled!
Do you know who surrendered? All our viewers.
Yep, Yamanga.
Just waving white flags in the
We
chat.
surrender!
Stop.
It's white flags. Yeah, if you surrender, you can go on Twitter using the hashtag NXTeam. Send us your best white flag. Make one at home. It's a whatever.
NXT.
Hashtag NXTeam.
The hell?
I have no idea. Oh,
There's gonna play a track by White Flag.
is that George Lazenby?
Bono?
That
I
Bond?
have all time in the world by Louis Armstrong.
Okay.
Hey.
All right. Great. So hey.
So he's subtweeting us.
Just so everybody knows, because of the Thanksgiving holiday next week, there aren't going to be any shows on Wednesday.
Not a one.
Not a one.
Probably not on Thursday either.
Not on Thursday or Friday. The Wednesday through Saturday. The studio's going to be closed, so we're figuring out a good time to do the War Games after show. And once we know, we'll let you know. But make sure to follow us so that you can get that information. Oh, where can they follow you?
Oh, you can follow me on Twitter at Nicole Conlan. And you can, I'll be tweeting about this, but I'm the consulting producer for a new startup wrestling promotion, XSW, and their first show will be on Powerbomb TV sometime this week.
Power Bottom TV?
Powerbomb
Oh,
TV.
okay. Sorry. It's different.
I don't know if I
extremely
want to
different.
be booked on Power
Yeah, lose the
Yes, you do.
Lose the gloves and we'll
And you
talk.
can see me at Inner Sanctum Cafe, UCB Sunset, almost every Sunday, but not this upcoming Sunday, performing with my team, Dynamite.
Thank you.
Nice.
Hey, Bill.
Hey,
What's up?
at Sundown Motel on all social media platforms. Check out uprocks.com with spanx.com, uprocks.com/pro wrestling. Today, McMansplaining came out, episode 14, with Dave Lagana, vice president of NWA, which was a very good conversation. And another very good conversation about the NWA with very little overlap was a conversation we had today on X-Pac 12360 with Billy Corgan,
With the WPC.
the owner of NWA, honorary member of NWA, along with MC Ran Yella, and some other guys you've never heard of.
Sounds about right. But it was a great Xbox One.
It was. It
Make
was
sure to
very
go
good.
check it out on this very channel. And if you like it, subscribe. Hey, Hobo.
Yeah.
What are you doing tomorrow?
On the Twitter and the Instagram at True Hobo. Tomorrow is Turkey Mania. Pro Wrestling's Turkey Mania, crowning the very first Wrestle Turkey champion. Yes. The belt is fantastic, and it's going to be on the front page of Twitch TV/wrestling pro wrestling. And Saturday, I'm going to be in Phoenix, Arizona for Championship Wrestling from Arizona.
Hey!
After that show, some things are going to change.
Whoa.
So-
Oh, gee.
Are you saying enough is enough and it's time for a change?
No.
Nugget.
He's going to give up back-to-back home runs.
Damn it. And I'm supposed to segue into... The flat U's are just the best. You can find me on Twitter you can find me on Twitter at Mark Donica. Follow all of us at AFTERBUZZ TV. If you like video games, check out Inventory Full PT on Twitch. That's where I stream games along with some good friends of mine. Go ahead and check us out there. This has been just a ride and a half.
Hey, I want to thank everyone here. Seriously, like, this is amazing. I've had some bad times recently, but this is so much fun, and I love you all, and happy Thanksgiving to you guys, and happy
Lame.
Thanksgiving to everyone out there.
And that's why I really want to have a show next week at some point, just because, you know, the family.
We're
of
like
the
a
team.
fireside
We'll do a
podcast.
fireside
We got
podcast.
in
Yeah,
our
can we
Jim
get
Jams?
Let's get a little
Yeah,
fire
roll log
logo
and
going
Crackling
on
the
there.
fire.
Well, we're Jim Jams.
For all of these crackling fires and more, make sure to subscribe right here to AfterBuzz Wrestling and Sports. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.